So, greetings, ladies and gentle players. We are back with our gold finalist of the Bloodiest Games of 2019. And, ooh, is this one nice? You're in for a treat. Oh, you guys are in for a treat. This one occurred... I like how our second place occurred on April 1st, and this one occurred October 31st. So that's fun. But yes, we have Cho Chikun, legendary Cho Chikun, versus Jiang Dai Sang, or Mr. J, as I'm probably going to call him from now on, as not to keep butchering that name over and over and over again. But yes, for those of you who love bloody games, this is absolutely for you. I have to say, completely spoiling this, this is gotta be like one of the bloodiest games you'll see in the next 10 years. This is a rare game. I do not often see Pro v Pro games that are this freaking bloody, man. This is once in a decade level of stuff. You guys are in for a treat. And speaking of treating yourself, you may want to treat yourself to the 2020 Midwest Open, January 18th and 19th in Southern Ohio. There's going to be live streams, there's going to be pros. Get to have a fun tournament kicking off 2020 just the right way. Hop on over to gohio.org for more details. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've been hawking this tournament all month. By now, you have a fairly good idea if you can go or not. And some of you are probably saying, dude, I can't go. I wish I didn't have to hear about this anymore. I got you, fam. If you can't go to that one, there is another tournament coming up in February that will be in Texas. You might want to consider going to that one instead. Aren't you lucky? Now there are two you can try and make it to. That's right, two. That is twice more than you were previously aware of. And I know, right now you're thinking, how did I get this lucky? Did my mother consort with demons in order to bring about this stroke of good fortune? Yes, she did. And you should bear that in mind and consider going to one of these tournaments, links down below. As always, thank you to BadukClub for in part sponsoring this video. So, Cho Chikun is black. Good old Cho's Chicken's about to try and fry him up. Oh, I noticed that. Interesting. But yeah, good old Cho's Chicken gonna try to fry him up a white player. That sounded kind of racist. Once again, diagonal opening. Not surprising at all that it is, in fact, a diagonal game. Diagonal games have a tendency to get, like, really territorial. I say, as the last one went, crazy influence. And as a result, they just kind of get bloody. Let's see what this one does. We got 3-4 points from white, both corners. 4-4, 3-4. This is a bit flexible. 4-4 says, you know, we could be, you know, meh, either or. This one's kind of the same. Can go territory, can go influence. You never know. You never know. Once again, we have the low approach because of the diagonal. Low approach just makes sense. But rather than play diagonal back, good old Mr. J approaches high. Interesting. The approaching high is really, really interesting because this says, take my territory. Attach to me here. I don't care. That said, black's like, what? I approach you and you ignore me? I do not think so, sir. And leans. I do so love the lean. A lot of players I know like reapproaching completely on like one of these 2 points or like maybe on this point. and then you just kind of like try to wedge between the two. It's just like, ugh. This is a lot more straightforward. Just leaning. You're gonna get territory, and I'm getting influence. Okay, influence checks out because we did have a 4/4 stone up there. That said we can go for, you know, middly stuff, so makes sense. Gonna push. Same. Gonna extend. Alright. Sente, sente, sente. Very basic game right now. We followed up, got a wall, and now we are pincering to use the amazing wall that we just built. Everything is checking out so far. White says, I'm not going to allow you to build like that, sir. Now from here, one common sequence is to play something down here. And then just like allow your opponent to do this. And then essentially you're playing this Joseki over in here. Where you go push, push, jump. But, I mean, or you could just jump immediately. But then why did we build the wall if we're gonna let ourselves get, you know, pushed down like that? That's weird, right? Well, this is not what Black plays. Black's like, got a better idea. Here's what I'm gonna do, son. You are gonna give me a wall to go with my wall. That way I can make influence here like so. Interesting. Okay. Now the downside of saying you're going to play this way is we have the Hane into the extension. And then we have the kick into the extension, I think, right? Yes. How did I just hit that stone? There we go. And then we have the push. Now, the danger here in saying I want this is saying I'm getting influence in this direction, bro. Are you sure what you're going for is really what you want? And sure enough, if we Hane here, preferably with our stone, good chance that we're just going to go ahead and get a connection there, into like a connection here, into like a complete surround here, defense of the white stone, and then growth onto the 9th line, and this development supersedes this development at the moment. So it's tooth. It's tooth. Which is why none of that is what happens. Instead, we have the push, and Black's like, you wanna fight? You wanna fight, matey? If you want to fight, we can fight. So, alright. We're gonna start fighting right now. We are pushing to cut off this. And now what is White gonna do? White has to Atari away. If we Atari down, that's Pepega. Because what are we doing here now? How do we fix this shape? How do we fix it? Is it even possible to fix? Like, well, I could play here. Yeah, you could. But now what? You could be like, well, I could play here. You could. And now what? There's no solution from here forward, right? You connect, you're going to get cut. Then what happens? Your stones are just dead. So that doesn't really make sense to play that way, does it? So we are not going to Atari down. Sorry, too many stones. This one, right? Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to Atari this way instead. Okay. This makes more sense. In the interest of not being Pepega. White. Atari's out, so extends. And then White's like, I'm not going to let you hit my 2 stones because that's just friggin' ridiculous. Like, imagining a Blackstone here right now is the ability to imagine the game ending right now. Because this is getting way out of control. Right? So we extend. Cannot miss that extension. Same. Don't want to be surrounded. Very, very important. Now, I just like to say, it's really beautiful to see the legendary Cho-Chukun just in the era of all of this territory and corner emphasis to just sit down at the board, and to all of those people who are playing those new variations and emphasizing just the corners, to stand tall and give middle fingers to all of them. It's like, corners? I'm sorry, you say corners? Dude, I'm all about that middle still, am I right? Ah, so nice. Thank you, Cho-Chukun. This is a breath of fresh air. That's so good. Now you might be saying,
oh, but you can't play like that. When I put this into Leela, she says what should have been played.
yeah, who cares? This is great. This also is not supposed to be here. My bad. I didn't take that off from the previous variation. I apologize. And now I can put it back because it's supposed to be there. So black comes up. Because we're attacking this. That's what we're doing. White's like, I gotta not die in the middle. My solution. It is straightforward and simple. So okay. Let's see how you guys do on full board attacks. Where's black's next move? Where is black's next move? Where do you think black's next move is going to be? Any ideas? Who can spot black's next move? J4. H10. Congratulations! Do not let the finger trick you. Yes, it tries to trick you all the time. So, the person who happily said H4 gets gold star. That is a good forcing move. I either respond to this or I cut you in half. I just go boop, and then go boop, and then you go boop, and I go boop, right? So clearly, that's got to be a thing. But here's the thing. Take note of this next move. White's not extending again, because that gives forcing moves to black again. So white's connecting. Because he knows that middle group is under severe attack right now. And if we extend once, our opponent extends, and then that threatens to double Hane at the head of 2 stones, because this is a separator, right? We can push here, and then threaten to Hane twice at the head of 2 and 3, right? That's why he's not extending here, and he's connecting instead. So take note of that one. Sente obtained. Now we attack. So there we go with that one. And black's like, white has to leave. So we have to not die with this middle group. How are we not going to die with this middle group? What's our next move for white? We have to get out from being surrounded, right? How are we going to do that? Because we are behind the enemy lines. If we looked at sector lines right now, we draw a straight line to the stone. So how are we going to get out from behind this? What do you think? J8. Thank you for saying J8. Thank you for saying J8. So J8 is exactly what you're not going to play, because that's a small knight. And now you just lost the game. You just got cut. Rip imposteroni. That fast. Game over. So be aware. This is where you really want to be hyper aware of your knights. If we try to run with a small knight, you better have that ladder. And right now, you don't. Right? So white's like, okay, ain't doing that. Best we could do is a diagonal. If your opponent's in this position, and they try to run with a small knight, you cut them. You cut them in ways that'll make them useless. I'm not finished that sentence. Anyway. So, black defends because rather than continuing this way, now that white has this, white can easily start playing here. Because that ladder is not really a ladder, right? And then this is like getting surrounded, and it's not really all that good. So, he's careful. And defends. Now you might say, but wait! Doesn't that mean that my opponent is out? He is out! True. We have to be patient. Sadly, unless we are playing like 20 Qs, usually our opponent's not going to just drop dead when they're not surrounded. We've got to be patient. So, white Sente, because black's last move. Make him heavy. Made him heavy. And now we're going to try and look for Aji. We start here. Black says no. White says yes. Black says no. Now this might be a little tough to see as to why white is playing the sequence out. But it's really not. Because what he's doing for the future is he just isolated these two stones, right? These have 3 liberties right now. So later on, white could play something like this if he needs to, right? Right? And then black has to turn, then white can follow. Which means this could be under attack. Once we've identified that, we realize the downside of that, though, is that this is Gote, because we have to fix... After here, here, we have to fix that cutting point. So it's Gote, and then our prey escapes. So, white plays the Hane, and now it's up to black to find that out for himself. Right? If black can't read that, it's on him. If black is not aware of the fact that this holds some pretty serious problems for his group, it's not white's fault. It's not white's fault. He set it up. He set it up nice and cleanly. Black plays the Hane. There's all the things right there for you. This into this is pretty strong. So black says, you know what? No. Not letting you do it. To which white says, pretty please. And black says, no. And we have a connection. Now, to be fair, white just got an eye point. Eye shape right there, right? So, it looks like he's okay-ish right now. But black is still maintaining pressure on that middle group. So, white tries to change conversation. What about this group? You've been trying to attack me. Now it's your turn, son. How are you gonna defend yourself? Black is responding to that very interesting question by not caring. To be fair, how do you surround this group in one move? You kind of don't, right? So Black's just like, okay, yawn. White. Double Hane ahead of 2 and 3. Fixed shape. And Atari. Like so. And just like that, we can see that the proverb helped us out again. Now you can see profit over here, while there's still technically a weak group over here. Yummy, 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 yummy. But alright, let's see how White's gonna counterattack. Making sure that he can't be separated. Such a patient move. Ugh, such a patient move. You can tell. You can tell White is from a different era. White's from a completely different era of Go. You can tell by all of these very, very solid moves. He's not really trying to play too lightly. He's making sure his connections are completely secure, very nice and solid. Right? He's a very patient player. He's just kind of waiting for his opponent to make a huge mistake, and then he's just going to pounce on him and rip his throat out. Black comes out. And again. Look at the patience. Oh my god. Such patience. Such shape. Oh my god. Mr. J. He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy. Don't want to mess with him. Don't want to mess with Mr. J. Jumps on out. Pokey, pokey, pokey. I'm gonna ruin your shape, says Black. It's like, yes. Yes, I noticed that you're trying to attack me, but now I'm the one attacking you. Oh my. Oh, look at that stick. Have you ever seen a more beautiful stick? Plays a large move to enlarge. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub there, Naga. Look at that. Like, there's no shape to this at all. He's keeping it nice and heavy while maintaining his own shape. Ah, such patient play. It's beautiful, man. But Black has had just about enough of this patient crap. Poke. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Mr. J is always careful of the shapes he's making. If he played here, then this would be forcing move. And then you have pokes here as well, and the shape kind of tumbles. So he plays here instead to defend the shapey shapies. For the honor of the shapey shapies. Trying to get a surround on the group. Pokey poke. Mr. J, Shape King. Isn't he though? Isn't he though? That dude's got pretty good shape. He just goes for the cap. Nice and simple. Black's like, okay. I'm getting nothing done in here. Like, all of my punches are just meeting air. Like, I tried to make this heavy, and it's just, he's not having it. We're trying to get him in this, it's just not going. Why play the Pocket G13? Isn't that Ajikashi? G13. I would have thought so. I would have thought so. It's tough. I would have thought so. But I can't deny that he's clearly just a shapey at this point. Just like one giant stick. Got the approach. And now it's tempting to think that Mr. J is just passive, right? He's just some kind of weird counter, you know? Doesn't really get into fights. Just looks at his shape, takes the big point, and never counter attacks. Like some people I will not name. don't want to name names. But with this next move, you would know that you're wrong. Where's the next move? This next move tells us that Mr. J is not just some shape-making, territory-getting fool. P16? Nah. That's as blatant as you can get. Shoulder hitting this to make it stronger, to get influence on the outside, because of our target. You know that he's not just some passive player. No. He makes shapes, so he has strength to kill you later on. Right? That's his secret. And Black's like, oh dear God, get me out of here. I don't like this anymore. I want to go home. White's like, okay, can't turn down free territory. Strengthen. Asks to connect under. Black says, duh. You connect under, don't mind. But White, remember, he's not the passive player that you might mistake him for. He's gonna go and split again. He's got his eye. He's got his eye on the prize. Oh yeah. It's like, dude, you've got no shape in the middle, homie. I'm going to rip you to pieces. Black's like, haha, my corner. To which White says, mother, did you not just hear me? I said I'm gonna rip you to pieces. Taking my corner when I'm punching you in the face? What is the matter with you? Black's like, connect. So, White strengthens. And Black connects. And White surrounds. I really do respect the crap out of White's play. I respect the crap out of White's play. So solid, such strength. And it's not for being passive. It's not that like he's lost the fighting spirit. No, he's developed this so he can fight. It's good. It's good. There's only one problem. There's only one minor problem. It's such a minor problem. The person he is currently trying to kill is Cho fucking Chikun. That's haha. That's kind of hard to do. Cho Chikun's kind of a legendary player for a reason. And he's not gonna just take the whole being surrounded with no eyes thing lying down. No. He's gonna point out that even that your shape is nice and strong. That's a large knight. That's a small knight. Yeah. That's a problem. falls back, but all that just did was create more cutting points. Goes after his cutting points. Tries to hold it. Ah. Pain. Pain. He's being double poked. He's being double poked. I'm very confused right now. Oh, idiot.
Sorry.
I skipped. It's important when playing a move, when like showing moves on the board, that you don't forget a Sente exchange before you extend. That would be bad. Let's not skip that. There we go. Now that makes more sense. There we go. That makes more sense. There we go. That's good. Was worried there for a minute. So we can't let that go, because then this is just alive and it's just sad, right? So we're gonna connect. Like so. Okay. And then we push. And then we push. And we get blocked. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't get blocked. What do we do? I did not expect that, and I've looked at this game before. Oh, right, because the thing is still available. He's counterattacking. Right. Okay, that makes sense. I like that a lot. That's actually cute. That's actually really cute. Yeah, because the cut point still exists. Therefore, we're going to go and play here because the ladder works. Right, that all makes sense. Black's like, I'm going to kill more things. And we block. And we Atari. But White's like, no. That's fine. I'm just going to connect and then, you know, it's fine. Take it. I don't care. But Black says, you know what? There's a problem with that. I'm not going to let you off the hook. You tried to kill me. Do you think for an instant I'm just going to be okay with taking 3 stones and letting you connect and kill these in Sente? Do you really think that's what's happening here, sir? Because it's not. You tried to kill me. So now, you can run. Like so. And then White says again, dude, this does not have to get violent. Just let me kill some of your stones. Just let me kill some of your stones and everything's gonna be fine. And Black's like, yeah, we're totally not doing that. And then White's like, yeah, we totally are. Extends. Which is an Atari. Protect. Threatening to kill. Because again, we're poking the cutting point still. But Black is still not going to live and let live. He will Atari first. And then White's going to Atari. And then so will Black. At which point we have to take. And we can Atari again. At which point White's going to connect. And only then, After we Atari once more. Do we go back and connect? Okay. So, all of that happened. Now, White has to figure out what to do. Still trying to live with this group. Mind you, not alive yet. Extends. And so does Black. And White surrounds. Now Black's got to keep in mind his own group is now connected via a co. That's not good. This cut can't be taken because if we connect here, if Black connects and we cut, then Black Ataris, White connects, Black throws in, and it's a snapback. Because if he takes, he gets to retake immediately. Right? So, okay. Black launches himself into White, destroying his eye. Have to defend. Laksu. And goes back and connects. Because there's no way he's going to co for his entire group. That's insane. At that point, White has to come out. Because they're both still fighting to kill each other. This group is fighting to not be dead. And this group is fighting to not be dead as well. Ugh. It's also not an Atari, though. What? It's also an Atari? What's an Atari? No, after he connects. Said after he connects. Not after he connects, then there, then Atari, and then there. And then there. If White blocks at M10. What's M10? M10 is here. If White blocks at M10. You mean cuts at M10? Oh, you see it now. Okay, got it. Cool. Alright, so gonna defend that. Laksu. And then we have the Atari. Oh yeah. Black extends. Make sure there's no weird connect-y-up doodad shenanigans. Need more stones. From both piles. There we go. So White takes. And Black's obviously going to respond. I think. Yep. And then White extends. Because they are both trying to kill each other. Could Hane at the head of that, so we're going to extend again. And do so like that. And we're going to extend again there too. Make sure there's no weird Hane shenanigans with the cutting points. It's looking a little dubious for both players, to be honest. Oh, this fight is insane. This fight is insane. It's been going on since the cut at the start of the game. Remember, it began here. The game began off so innocently. Black leaned to get a wall. Then he pincered to use it, and all he wanted to do was just use that wall. But then White's like, no, you can't use that wall. So Black's like, okay, I'm going to cut you. And then... so aggressive. Block connection. And push, push, push. And extend. And push. Black's like, you sound desperate, matey. Connects back. Black is smelling blood now. Forced a connection, but ruined eye shape there. And then grab the extension. Ooh. Now white has to run on the second line for life. But notice what it's doing to the other group. There's a cut here that white has no time to protect. That is an ouch. That is an ouch. But at least it's finally over, right? Now it's over. Okay, apparently there are no compromises in this game. White is going to connect, and thus the attack will continue. Let's see how aggressive you guys are. Black's next move. How aggressive are you? What do you think? Okay, S13, the turn. Beware trying to kill your opponent right now. This is Sente. Connection, connect, eye shape. So we do have an eye there. So, you know, just a little caution there. Thinking that you're gonna just, you know, murder your opponent. Wow, that's a lot of suggestions in chat. I have to scroll up. My phone's only showing me so many. M17, T. Oh, okay. What else we have? M16, one above it. K. Then we've got P13, which is somewhere else. The turn. Wait, that's not the turn. What the heck is P13? Oh, that one. Okay, interesting. Did anyone say it? No one said it. Interesting. You have the ideas correct. Oh, wait. And Daryl said it. And Daryl said it. Yeah. And the SD. Yeah, N15. Yep. That threatens a nice little cut through. White connects. And now black is going all out for everything. Oh, it's so beautiful. White says, please stop trying to murder me. And black says, this thing you want me to do, I cannot do it. Many apologizings. Tari. Stunned. Tari. It's beginning to look a lot like Murder Mess. Take. And of course, I mean, let's face it. You can't kill this group unless you go for it, right? You can't kill the group unless you go for it. So of course we're going for it. And oh my god, these stones are way off center. There we go, that looks a little bit better. Okay. So, white says, can I please do this and live? And kill you and things? Black's like, yeah, okay, do it. Go for it. Cut me off. I don't care. Why would he? If white cuts this now, this group is fine by virtue of this. So white's like, okay, I can't do that. I'm going to play here. I'm going to try to cut you. And black's like, you ain't doing that, sir. I ran out of white stones again. There we go. So we Rico. And then black's like, yeah. I'm gonna connect now. And white's like, okay. One of us is gonna die. That's all there is to it. One of us is gonna die. You're cut off. We're all cut off. One of us is dead. There will be no peace here, ever. Poke, poke, poke. Connect. And a retake. Alright. This just escalated. White's like, can I connect under? Black's like, no. No, you really can't. Then I'm gonna retake. Fool! Have you no idea what we're fighting for? And black's like, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. Uh-huh. I got threats, don't worry. I got threats. Cutting off here, if black was allowed to, then these stones would be cut off. So I had to respond. And then go back to Co, like so. And then connect. And connect. And white goes, I'm gonna kill you. And black says, are you kidding me, mate? I'm gonna kill you. You weren't alive there. You weren't alive there in Sente. Stupid. It's like, what are you talking about? I have got my eyes in the corner. But black's like, yeah. And I'm gonna connect one of two ways. How you like me now? How you like me now? At which point white just goes, well, shit, I resign. Because this is about to die. This is all dead now. Which means this is all dead now. All of these white stones here. And just so you know, just so you're aware, now that this is all strong, this is a Atari into a connection. That threatens to link up. So this could die too. If the game continued. This could be dead too. Just by these two little pokes. Black's alive in this corner again. Which means white is not. So it stands to reason all of these white stones could be dead. All of them. That is why you are not gonna see a bloodier game. I don't even know how many stones are dead right now. It's insane. 80% of the board is dead? Yeah. Oh man. Both really, really good fighters. Oops. White does have a living group. That's true. This group is completely alive. It's impossible to. It's impossible to kill that. It is impossible to kill that. That's true. If L10, you can make two eyes. What's L10? L10. Here? True. Uh-huh. Yep. That's possible. That is possible because he's got this one, right? But if he tries to live with this, this dies. So if he tries to live here, that's gonna die. That's gonna die. And it's a good chance that's gonna die. If he tries to live anywhere else, everything else just collapses. This is one move to kill. This is already dead. This is, I think this is dead too. Right? because white could play here into here, but he needs to play here into a ko at best, right? I think that's best they could do there. So yeah, too much. And it's crazy how this game played out. Like, in the beginning of the game, white was playing for such strong shape, so he could actually launch this attack on black, right? He was making him heavy and heavy and heavy. He's watching all of his connections, right? But black was just like, you know what? I think it's okay. I'll still kill you. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Surround me. That just means you die. Surround me. That just means you die. I'm good. So yeah, crazy, aggressively bloody game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hard pressed to find a bloodier game than this one. I don't think it can be done. I don't think it can be done. I would be shocked. I don't know how. I just don't know how. But next year, I will be keeping my eyes out all year long for one that tries to come close. In the meantime, hope you all enjoyed the 2 bloodiest games of 2019. Well, you see, that's the thing. It had to be a professional. It had to be a professional game. Had to be Pro v Pro. Had to be Pro v Pro. Because obviously, you know, you could just look at 220 queues and be like, I found one that's worse. And it would, in fact, be worse. But yes, requirement is it has to be a Pro v Pro game. Anywho, hope you enjoyed the 2 bloodiest games of 2019. I'm going to go and vanish now. Yeah, it's probably of the decade. I don't know that for a fact, but it's probably true. It's probably true. Yeah, Mr. J. I still really like Mr. J's play, though. Like, that kind of solidity. And that kind of solidity, not to be a passive player, but to be an aggressive player. That's really cool.